Hi friends, I'm Precious and you're welcome to my kitchen. In this episode I'll be showing you guys how to make Thanksgiving turkey African style. It is so delicious and I'm going to show you how to make it so easy. Let's go through the ingredients and then we can start cooking. So guys, you need a turkey. This is a 12-pound turkey which I have thawed for 4 days in my fridge. You need to thaw it slowly, so be sure to take out that turkey right on time and put it in your fridge to thaw slowly. So it's quite soft now and good to go. And it's always advisable to make sure you thaw this in the bottom part of the fridge because it's to avoid contamination of the other stuff you have in your fridge. So then I have here salt of course, then I have half a stick of butter. I have 2 seasoning cubes because this is Thanksgiving turkey with African style and we love our Maggi cubes. I mean, in West African cuisine, we hardly cook without Maggi cubes. So I'm going to be adding 2 Maggi cubes to our turkey. Then I have half a teaspoon of white pepper, half a teaspoon of black pepper. I have 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I have 2 small onions here. If I were using bigger onions, I would use 1. Then I have about six stems here of fresh thyme. Smells so good. And then I have here 2 stems of fresh rosemary. Then I have garlic, a full bulb of garlic. Then I have ginger. I'm actually going to be using 1.5 inches of this ginger. So guys, I cannot wait to show you guys how I make my Thanksgiving turkey and how I ensure that the seasoning gets right to the middle of the turkey. So let's start cooking. The very first thing you want to do is wash the turkey. So I'm going to take this over to my sink. Then I'm going to take off the packaging so we can rinse this really good. Just and I'm just going to cut, being careful not to cut the skin. And yeah, that's our turkey perfectly thawed. Now I'm going to rinse it out with really cold water. I'm going to make sure I rinse it thoroughly. The cavity always has stuff in there, the neck. I'll keep those aside. Take off any excess fat on the inside, and it always comes with a okay, this is what I was looking for. You want to make sure you take this out too. Keep that aside. Okay, our turkey is fully rinsed, so I'm going to grab some paper towels and I'm going to pat that dry. Just going to make sure I dry this as well as I can. Dry that cavity. Okay, that is looking good. I'll just bring this back to my board. Then I can prep my ingredients. So I'm just going to chop off our ingredients for seasoning the turkey. I'm starting off with the onion. I really love seasoning my meat with onions because the depth of flavor it brings to meat is just amazing. Oops. So I'm just going to peel everything, the onion, the garlic, the ginger, and then add in the rosemary and the thyme. I'm going to blend them together. All done with the onions. Going to wipe. Then the garlic. That's a lot of garlic. So I have my garlic all peeled and my onion all chopped and placed into the small cup of my blender. I'm just going to go ahead now and cut off the portion of ginger that I want. Just going to lightly scrape this. I'll just chop the ginger and add to the other ingredients. Then to this, I'm going to add in about a quarter cup of water. Then I'm also going to add in my rosemary and thyme. The thyme is quite small, so it's kind of tricky. I'm just going to take off the leaves and the soft stems of the thyme right in. Then my rosemary, just going to cut this and add. Now I'm also adding in our white pepper and black pepper, not because I want them to grind, but just because I want all the spices to mix together. And I'll add in Maggi. But no salt. I'm going to season the salt accordingly. So I'm going to put in all my 2 cubes of Maggi in here. To clean all of this later on. But first let's grind spices. Whoa, that is our nice intense spice blend for turkey success. So I'm just going to clean up, then I'll show you guys how I separate the spice blend into 2. So this is our marinade for the turkey. I'm actually going to be using a flavor injector to inject this marinade into the turkey. But what happens is it's very thick. Can you see that? But this marinade is very thick. So you can see how thick that looks. And if I put this into the flavor injector, it's going to get stuck, you know. So in order to avoid that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sieve this mixture so that I get a concentrated liquid of flavor, you know, out of this. Then I'm not going to throw away like the chaff because that's still very flavorful. So the chaff is going to go on the turkey and the liquid is going to go into the turkey. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it here. So since this is fairly thick, I'll just add in a little bit more water to help extract. Just a little bit, probably 3 tablespoons more of water. Now I'm going to pass this through my fine sieve. Look at all that goodness. I'll use the spoon just to stir. Squeeze that, squeeze that, squeeze that, squeeze that. Put that in another bowl. Just squeeze that. It smells so good. Okay, and then I'm going to just put that in this bowl. I'm going to just scoop out this little bit just so because I don't want to waste anything. So this is our bowl this is our marinade going into the turkey, and this is our marinade going on the outside of the turkey. So this goes in the turkey, this goes out of the turkey. Now remember that we put in our seasoning cubes, which is Maggi, and Maggi is salty, so you don't need a lot of salt on this. I'm going to salt all of them. So this is all the salt that will go on our turkey, which is about 1 teaspoon of salt. So in here I'm just going to put in about 1/4 on the inside, then about 3/4 of a teaspoon will go on the outside. Now to the one on the inside, I'll put in half of our olive oil, which is about 1 tablespoon. Then the other half, just another, this one will go on the outside. The butter will go on the outside because this helps the turkey to brown nice and good, you know, and it also helps to give it a really good flavor. So I'm just going to mix this, whisk this. So that is good to go right into our turkey. I'll keep this aside. Then I'm going to use a spatula to combine this, all of the ingredients to go on the outside. It's very important that your butter is at room temperature, so it's easy for you to mix it. There might still be a little bit of butter right there, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, that is perfect. So we have our marinade ready. Let me go get the turkey now, and then we can season that turkey really good. So guys, this is what we are going to be using to inject the liquid marinade into our turkey to make sure that it tastes really good. So first off, I have my pan prepared. Yeah, this is the pan that the turkey will go into. So I just put about 1 tablespoon of olive oil on the pan. I'm just going to brush it at the bottom and around. Then I'll set this aside. Then I'm going to start marinating this turkey. You want to make sure you place your turkey breast side up. Just giving that a little stir to make sure everything is nice and incorporated. Then I'm putting my flavor injector into the liquid, and I'm just going to pull. Oops, not pulling quite. Going to try again. I'll probably transfer this to a cup so I'm able to get everything. Pour out the water. Okay. Okay. Just pour. So that's it. Oops. So I'm going to start with the breast, you know, just push it in, then you push in some of that. And as you push it in, you're going to see it swirl a little bit, and it's okay to have a spill over. So I've pushed, trying to see that. Yep, swelling. It's little spill over is normal, and that's good because all that flavor will get into all that flavor will make the turkey taste good. So I'm just going to, that's okay for one side of the breast. I'll get more for the other side. And you just push. That's okay. I'll get more. I'm just tilting my cup to one side to ensure that I get as much as the liquid as I can. So I'm going to go get to the turkey thighs right now. That's not deep enough, so you want to get the places with the most flesh. Okay, that is working good. Yes. Not all of that. So I'll get to this inner thigh. Not a good spot. See if I can get that. Yep, that is going good. I'll try that corner again. Okay, let's see. Probably okay. I think it's going to work this time. I just want to make sure I get all of this into the turkey. I don't want any of it to waste, so I'm going to come over here to the back and see if I can put a little bit of that. That is looking good. Perfect. Going to come to the other side. Yes. Then I'm going to get the sides, the meaty sides of the thigh, because we got the other side. What we call in Cameroon condi for fowl. Let me get the other side of the condi of the turkey. Oops, I was kind of pressing while pushing. Okay, there we are. There we go. Okay. Oops. Try to get the last one. Just a little bit in there. Yes. So we got that in as much as we could. And when you put the marinade inside the turkey, it also helps the meat to stay nice and moist. It's not so dry, so that is really good. So remember this guy here, our marinade to go on the outside of the turkey. So I'm just going to grab this and then I'm going to rub it all over the turkey. I'm just going to leave the legs as they are. If they weren't like so, I would have put in maybe some twine. I would have tied them rather with some twine. What am I saying? Okay, I'm going to put this on our pan. So I'm just going to put a generous quantity of that marinade on the top. Okay guys, that's it. Let me wash my hands, then we can put this in the fridge. So I'm going to put the plastic wrap on top, up like so, twice. I'm the worst when it comes to wrapping something with plastic wraps. It's always just like, but I'll try. Okay guys, our turkey is all ready to go into the fridge, where we are going to marinate it for at least 8 hours or overnight. I'm actually going to be marinating this overnight. Then I'll take it out tomorrow and then I'm going to put it right into the oven and we are going to make some delicious Thanksgiving turkey. It's the next day and my turkey marinated overnight. I'm so excited to put this into the oven. So I took it out and I let it rest on my countertop for about 20 minutes, just so that it comes into room temperature and I don't put it when it's very cold into the oven. Also, I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So guys, it's time to get this baby right into the heat. So I'm just going to take off the plastic wrap. Then I'm going to put this into the oven, and I make sure that I put my oven rack below, like last but one position. What do they call that? So this gets right down. So guys, since it's a 12-pound turkey, I'm going to be cooking that for about 3 hours. What will happen is I'm going to let it cook for the first hour without opening the oven. Then thereafter, after every 30 minutes, I'm going to open it and then baste the turkey. That's, I'm going to take some of the juices out of the turkey from below and then spoon it all over the turkey so it remains nice and moist. So I'm just setting my timer here for 1 hour. It's quite a process of, it's a long process of labor of, not really a labor, because you just have to wait it out and then baste it, and I actually enjoy that process of just scooping out some of that juice and pouring it on the turkey. So we are going to wait it out for 1 hour and I'll show you guys what it looks like after 1 hour. So guys, our turkey has cooked for the first 1 hour and you can see it's really starting to get some color, and you notice that after that first 1 hour it looks a little bit dry on top. So that's why we have to baste it. So I'm just using a good old spoon here to take some of that mixture and pour it on top so it remains nice and moist. If you have a turkey baster, you could use that, but I'm just going with a spoon. Now that it's all looking good, I'm going to put this back into the oven, and this time it's going to stay in there for 30 minutes. Then I'll take it out and baste again. So guys, our turkey has been in the oven for another 30 minutes and you can see it's getting quite a bit of color. So I'll show you guys what I'll do to prevent it looking so burnt on the outside. I'm just basting it again. Gather those juices. I don't know why my mouth is watering when we still have a long way to go, but what can I say? So just gather that juice at the bottom, spoon it all over the bird. Now, to prevent this from getting so dark on the outside, I'm going to cover it with foil paper. Then I'll put it back into the oven. So I'm just going to cover this, and it's going in there for 30 minutes. And I'm going to repeat the process, take it out and baste, take it out and baste. That's going to happen 2 or 3 more times. Then our turkey will be done. So guys, our Thanksgiving turkey is all done. It is perfectly moist and juicy, nice and golden brown on the outside. I wish you guys could see what it looks like in the cavity. So moist. So I went in there and I took it out and I basted it 2 more times. So what happens is when it is all done, you don't want to take it out of the roasting pan immediately. You guys can see, by the way, I used just a foil pan, which is so easy for me because I don't have to clean anything, and also to show you guys that you don't need any special pan just for a turkey, you know. So I'm going to transfer this onto a carving board where I'm going to cut it into bits and eat, and you can decorate it with anything you like. You know, when you put it like on your serving platter, you could use cranberries, fresh rosemary, fresh thyme. I also love using like roasted potatoes, you know, just put them around, just anything to make it look pretty, or some lettuce leaves, you know, just anything to make it look pretty. So I'm going to be serving this with my oven baked jollof rice, and I already have a video showing you guys how to make that. I'm also going to be putting some pepper sauce on the side because I love pepper sauce, so good. I'm going to link both recipes in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with me. For the full recipe, be sure to go to my blog preciouscall.com. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my cooking videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you and happy Thanksgiving.